Correct. I had a hip replacement, the original one, on April 11th, and the hip revision was on November 2nd, after 5 dislocations.
So the hip replacement was what year?
2012.
And the hip revision?
2012.
Okay. Now, after the hip replacement, you had a problem. What was the big problem that you had after the first hip replacement?
The biggest problem was the dislocations. It would just subtly just pop out in front. We were having a game night at a friend's house, and I was sitting in a taller chair, the new style chair is similar to the one you're sitting in, and my leg was down, and I just felt it go, oop. And I was just incapacitated. I couldn't walk, I couldn't stand, only on one leg. And so they called the ambulance, and they came and took me to the hospital, and took me into the ER, and the next day the doctor went ahead and took me down into OR and was able to pop the joint back in.
I see.
And they got me a brace, and I had to wear this obnoxious hip brace.
What was the brace like? How did it fit you, or what part of your body did the brace cover?
Well, the brace went around my entire hip, both hip areas.
Yes.
And held my leg in place.
All right.
It wasn't comfortable at all.
And how long in the day were you supposed to wear it? What were the instructions?
I was supposed to wear the brace at all times.
Even at night?
Not in bed. I could take it off in bed.
Okay.
But it wasn't a fun time of my life. Very, very cumbersome.
So did the brace solve the problem?
No. No.
What
From
happened?
that point, the hip dislocated another 4 times. Yeah, the second time it dislocated, took another ambulance ride to the hospital, and then he did a revision. He put a bigger ball on the end of the stem and a thicker liner.
Yes.
His thinking was making it tighter.
Yes.
He was thinking it was loose.
Right.
2 weeks later, it popped out. It
Right.
popped out 3 times after that.
3 more
and
times.
I was able to put the hip back in myself with the aid of some people in my swimming pool.
How?
I'd crawl into my swimming pool, and 2 guys would hold on to my arms, and there would be a guy at the end of my leg, my son-in-law, and he'd just pull, and it'd go clunk.
See this?
Everybody would feel a clunk. They'd all go, ooh. And I'm stretched out in the pool, and I said, okay, leave it. They'd let me go, and then I'd start walking in the pool and say, okay, it's back in.
Were there costs associated with these?
Absolutely.
How,
Every time I went in the hospital, it was another $2,000.
That's what I thought.
And made an appointment with the surgeon, and he basically told me he doesn't understand. The x-rays look perfect. Everything looks perfect. I need to get another set of eyes on it. And that's when I said, you're right, because I'm not going to live my life like this. I had another surgery on November 2nd with Dr. Long, and he completely reconstructed the hip, put it all back together, and now we're going on 6 months, no dislocation, and the pain is virtually gone. The mobility's back, my confidence is getting back together. I'm getting in and out of the shower finally without being real cautious and sketchy. I'm still cautious, but that fear is gone.